Do we even care anymore? Did we all just forget about Epstein? What happened to save our kids? Guess everybody forgot about that. Does anybody find it weird that all this crazy stuff in the world started happening after Epstein was exposed? The big elites were about to be exposed. Does anybody find it weird that the whole world just flipped upside down when the people in power were about to be exposed? And now they say love is love. But 5 years ago, everybody knew that being attracted to minors was a bad thing. It still is a bad thing. But we are being pushed to believe that love is love and you can be with anybody you want to be with. They're normalizing it for a reason. Satan wants our children. There are countless people in power that have been exposed to being pedophiles. And real quick, here's a website that you can use to keep your family and your children safe. And this is just going to show people that were already caught. You still have to worry about the people that are out there that have not been caught yet. And just remember, the majority of the people that do this kind of thing haven't been caught yet. So you need to be on the lookout for your kids. 15 to 20,000 women and children in the U.S. every year forced into sexual slavery. This is why it's so important for men to stand up for their families, to be aware of what's going on, to talk to your children, to be there for them, to pay attention to what is happening in their life. But talk to your children, figure out what's going on in their life, figure out who their friends are, who their teachers are. Do background checks on people around your house. That website I just gave you, it shows people that are already convicted, but there are other ways to do background checks on people. Your teachers, you can request background checks on them. There's a video, I'll pull it up now.
What's going on? You know who I am?
I have no idea who you are.
No idea? You know my 14-year-old niece. I'll put it that way. That you've been texting for a couple months? You know her? The one you want sexy bikini pictures from? The one you want to wrestle and meet? At her house when her mother's gone? Do I need to pull up the chats? I got her phone right here. So what are we going to do about this? You're a Leo. Are you kidding me? Do you not think that's inappropriate to ask her for sexy bikini pics? Now you know what you can and can't say to go to prison. Otherwise, I'd have the ICAC detective here with me.
These people are in our society and they're being normalized more and more and more. They're being normalized more and more that it is okay to talk to our children in a sexual way. There are people there are people that aren't even supposed to be in this country that are kidnapping our children. Thousands of kids go missing every year. So we have to be aware of what's going on around our house and our neighborhoods. We have to be the eyes and ears of our children. Because it's not just the perversion of men and women in the world that are going after our children. It is Satan going after our children. He wants to corrupt them. And tell me this is not exactly what's going on right now in our country. Satan is attacking their identity. He's trying to confuse them on who they are. They're giving 5-year-olds sex changes. They're giving young children hormone blockers. These kids don't even know what they want to be when they grow up. But yet, you're saying a 5-year-old knows if he wants to be a boy or a girl or a cat or a dog or a horse. Something's not right here. This is the work of Satan. This is the work of evil, perverting our children. He's perverting men and women to go after our children, and he's perverting their minds to think that it's okay, and it's not. Satan is also attacking their sexuality, making young boys believe that they're attracted to other young men, or other boys, and girls are attracted to other girls. Satan is attacking them in this way, wanting them to experience sin and pleasure, and it's all about the body. It's not, it's you're supposed to be worshiping God in his image. He wants them to go out of God's plan. He wants them to stray from him. Satan wants the children to stray from God's path. Again, I think it's really bizarre. I think it's very convenient that the whole world went upside down when Epstein's story broke. Everything seemed like it was just started to fall apart. Everything just started to seem like it was flipped upside down when Epstein's story broke. And where's the movement? Where's the push? Where is the save our children? Where is that? What happened to that? I was so happy about that. Yes, finally somebody is speaking up, saying something. There's actually traction being pushed towards this issue. Out of all the issues in the world, out of everything that's going on right now, and that has been going on in the last 50 years, our children have been being attacked for years and decades. And finally, we were going to do something, so I thought. So I thought that people were going to rise up. We can all get behind pedophilia being bad. We can all get behind saving our children. Whether you're left or right, it doesn't matter. Our children come first. We can all get behind that. And what happened? What did the media do? What did the media do? They flipped it upside down to make it seem like that's a good thing. They made it seem like love is love. They made it seem like being attracted to minors is okay, and it's not. But how easy we as a society accept what they say. You know in your heart, I know in my heart, I hope to God you know in your heart that being attracted to minors is not okay. It is not okay for us as a society to sit by and watch our children be destroyed, having their innocence taken from them while we're too tired because we work, or we're too tired and whatever. We want to go out with our friends. We can't be bothered with that because it didn't happen to me and my family. But what happens if it happens to you tomorrow, or one of your uncles, or one of your nephews, or your neighbor, or your best friend? What happens to anybody you care about if it happens to them? I know many people that were sexually abused as children. I know a lot of people. Oh, it was a different time. People say it was just a different time. I don't care if it was 10 years ago or 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. It says in the Bible that anybody that messes with our children should be tied to a millstone and thrown into the river. That's what it says, and that's what needs to happen. These disgusting people need to be held accountable. But no, as a society, we just let it happen. We just turn the other cheek, pretend it doesn't happen, look the other way, find a new meme, forget about it. We totally forget about what's happening to our children. All of this is a distraction. Everything that has been happening, it's a really good distraction. Because that was one thing that we could come together and agree with. That is one thing that united us as Americans, as everybody in the world. Every single person on the planet was getting behind that movement. Nobody agrees with pedophilia except for the pedophiles, except for the nasty people that want to do that The sick, twisted people that want to do that to our children. That is the only people that get behind that. And look how many of those people are in power. Look how many of the politicians in your country have been caught with some kind of scandal, some kind of cover up, some kind of payoff, anything. Look how many of those people have resigned, been paid off. Many, many people, and the people that we are supposed to look up to. NFL players, Hollywood actresses and actors. Hollywood is a cesspool of this. That's why I don't think anybody should watch anything from Hollywood, because all it is a bunch of pedophiles. And it's like a known thing out there. The people in Hollywood talk about it all the time. It's a known thing that pedophilia happens. Oh, it's just another Tuesday over there. Why? Why is it just another Tuesday over there? We should be burning it to the ground. All those people, they should all have their computers seized. They should all have their phones seized. All these superstars that we look up to. How many of them, how many of those people were either sexually abused or abusing children sexually? How many directors? You want to be in this movie, sweetheart? How many people are on OnlyFans degrading their body right now for the almighty dollar? And yet we normalize it and we joke about it and we laugh about it and we say, oh, she got OnlyFans. Oh, she's making a bunch of money. She's shaking her ass while you're out there working. I would rather have an honest day's labor to know in my heart that I'm doing the right thing. I have integrity about who I am. And these young women online doing this stuff are so misguided. And we say, oh, daddy issues, whatever, and blow it off. We do the same thing that the Hollywood elites do with people that we know, people that we went to school with, people that are in our lives. We do the same thing with them as the people in Hollywood do with their directors and stuff. They all know what's going on, but they don't say anything. You do the same thing with who you know. You don't go out and talk to people. Life's going to be okay. You do not have to disgrace your body like that. They're normalizing it, and then these people that are normalizing it are having children, and their children are around it, and when they grow up, they're going to think it's completely normal to be like that. And it's going to be normal. And it's not supposed to be normal. Our youth are under attack. Who cares if the economy collapses? Who cares if there's nuclear war? Who cares about any of that when our kids are being under attack? I don't understand how this is not being talked about. I don't understand how there's no flyers falling out of the sky about saving our children. Why did we stop it? Are you afraid to stand up for yourself? Are you afraid to stand up? You might be, attacked. We're being attacked every day as it is. We're being attacked in all directions, financially, spiritually. Look at the trucker movement. They had their bank accounts seized because they protested. What do you think's going to happen when all the people stand up and say enough of this BS and start standing up for the children? It is always about the kids. The kids come first in everything. It is God and then children. Even if you don't believe in God, then it's children for you. That's the way it should be. It should be God and children, and then your family. These kids today need people to protect them. You need to watch out for your children's teachers and principals. You need to watch out for the police. There's a video I just showed of that. These people are all around in every aspect of our society. And they're getting more bold and brave coming out and doing what they want to do because our laws have been relaxed. Other people are more worried about different things. Look at all these illegals coming into our country and all these poor people that are being raped and murdered. Look at all the people in this country already that are doing that. We are going to start standing up for our children. I have to do something. I feel like I am being pushed so hard. Save the children. Save the kids. That is what we have to do. We need to go back to God. We need to start living the way God wants us to be. And that is praising Him for everything that He does and the way He helps us and the way He guides us, and protect our kids. Praise God, protect the kids. That's our mission. And I hope everybody stands with me. I hope people come and help me with it. I hope I find people that are like-minded that need to do something about this. It's like having a knife stabbed in your stomach and twisted and twisted and twisted thinking about this. Because that is the only way this world is going to get better. It is never going to get better when our kids grow up and think that they can be sexually abused, physically abused, mentally abused. Our world is going to get worse and worse and worse. The worst part about it is the sexual abuse. I understand that. And that is disgusting and it needs to stop. But the other things, they need to stop as well. The mental abuse, the warping your children's mind, not being there for your children, not standing up, not teaching them lessons, not disciplining them. That is a form of an abuse. If you do not discipline your children and teach them right and wrong, that is equally as bad. You're not a good parent if you don't discipline your children. You're not meant to be their friend. You're meant to be their parent. You're meant to be a father. Act like it. You're meant to be a mother. Act like it. Stand up for your children so when they get older, they know discipline. They know right and wrong. They know when to say yes and when to say no. They know when to shoot somebody in the face because they're trying to touch them. This is not a game. This is spiritual warfare with the most wickedest shit in the world. And what are you doing? You know what we're doing? We're forgetting about it. We're posting memes. We're arguing with 10-year-olds online about stupid stuff they know nothing about. Or stupid stuff you know nothing about, and they might know more than you. Regardless, all we do is argue online anymore. We were so close to coming together as a society. Our kids were the key. Our kids were going to bring everybody back together. But no, we forgot about it. We got divided. How easy we get divided. How easy as a society we get divided. You're the most ignorant people in the world if you think race matters. We are all children of God. We need to start acting like brothers and sisters and not bitching and fighting and moaning and just destroying each other. Let's do this for our kids. I need people to help me with this. I need people to help me figure out how we can help our children, how we can stand up for them. If you want to be involved with that, let me know. But we're going to start fighting for our children today. Now, right now. We're going to start standing up for our children, your neighbor's children, the dude down the street that you can't stand. We're going to stand up for his children. We're going to stand up for people that need help, that need people on their side. Like God did with us, like Jesus did for us. We need to do for those people that can't. The young women and the young boys that do not have voices, that can't stand up for themselves. Even the young teenagers that are too scared because they're being groomed, because they think it's okay. We're going to start standing up for them. That is the most important mission right now on this planet. Like I said, if you want to help me, send me an email, put a comment, see where you're at in the country, see where you're at in the world, see if we can start figuring stuff out, see if you can start organizing something. But it needs to happen, and it needs to happen soon. We need to save as many children as possible.